set to be Harry and Meghan's worst nightmare. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thank you for joining me today. And as ever, we're still recuperating from Meghan reading to those children copies of her book, The Bench, which apparently was a New York bestseller. So where more appropriate than to read it in New York? And I'm sure the children sat opposite Meghan were thrilled to be so close to a real-life Duchess, even if they weren't sure exactly, like me, what The Bench was all about. But moving forward with your royal story of the day, this is more of a serious news story, in fact, simply because, as we know, Meghan and Harry have decided to strike out on their own, become independent royals, if you like, a separate monarchy for themselves. And it's interesting to note also that the way they're going around this, you know, with all the security, the blacked out cars and stuff like that, they're not really that famous anymore. Yes, we're talking about them and they make all the front pages, but that really isn't a loyal fan base. When you look at the bigger TV pictures and they pull back with the cameras, there are not that many people there. When you consider when, of course, they were over here in the United Kingdom and they went on a walkabout, there were literally thousands of people there. So it does make you wonder exactly what their PR teams are hoping to achieve. But the nightmare for Meghan and Harry now really sort of ramps up. And that's all thanks to a senior member of the British royal family. Let me explain. As you know, there's been this back and forth story all about the christening at Windsor for Lily Diana, all that sort of stuff. But there is one person who is now making the major decisions within the British monarchy, and rightly so, because very soon he will become our future king. We're talking, of course, His Royal Highness, the Duke of Cambridge, fondly known as Prince William worldwide. A good source at Kensington Palace tells me that it will be William making all of these decisions now moving forward, simply because, you know, the age of Her Majesty, not that she's not involved, but she wants him to have more of a hands-on role on how the monarchy should be shaped further into the 21st century. Very shrewd move by her. Prince Charles, as we know, also is, well, still a young chicken, as it were, for a royal, but he too knows that he may not be on the throne that long, and so Prince William could be catapulted into the hot seat faster than he possibly thought. But this is bad news for Harry and Meghan, because all the major decisions that maybe Harry and Meghan hoped to squeeze past the slightly softer Prince Charles, and possibly the more, well, shall we say, easygoing Her Majesty the Queen, will now all revert back, more importantly, to Prince William. And for Prince William himself, I am told that he really cannot move on from that diabolical interview that the twosome gave way back in March. A lot of people are saying, oh, eventually, you know, he'll get over that and they'll be able to reconcile. Well, for those that know Prince William well, basically, Prince William will not be moving forward from that because he doesn't see a reason to. He doesn't truly understand what the motivation was behind the duo sitting down to do the interview. And for them, that could be their very own undoing, because as Catherine and William forge ahead with their charitable works and, of course, many good deeds, they certainly do not want to be put off by, well, the repetitiveness and boringness of Harry and Meghan, always trying to steal the limelight. Now, it depends, of course, on what camp you're in, whether you're Prince William or Harry and Meghan. But more importantly, moving forward, a lot of people will want to see stabilisation of the British monarchy. Neil Sean in the heart of London.